Okay, part 2 in I Can't Sleep Theater, Minecraft. Watch this. \ls, list my scripts. Look at this. Let's invoke the cube script. Boom! Giant blue cube of wool. That's kind of in the way. I want to get rid of it, /undo. Boom! Wool is now gone. How did I do that, you might ask? How is that happening? Well, first, let's talk about logging in. Now, it's a multiplayer server, and we want to work with Minecraft 1.8. So you start up Minecraft, you go to multiplayer. Now you can do add server. I just named it Leibniz, and the address is leibniz.lab.knet.edu. That's just where we have the server. And then once that's working, you can click this little button here or double click, and then boom, you have connected. Now that cube, that was actually Java code. So let me show you how that works. So this is the knoxcraft starter project that you're going to start with. Look at this. We've got a cube program. Check this out. It's creating a 3D turtle. So you remember with regular Java turtles, we had 2D turtles. We kind of had this turtle, or this abstract concept of a turtle that was like driving around and carrying a pen behind it, and you could set the pen up and the pen down and the pen color and go forward and backward and all that good stuff. Doing the same here, except instead of pen up and pen down, we have block place. So is the turtle placing blocks as it walks or not? And then the block type, we're setting it to blue wool. This blue wool is a constant. There's a whole bunch of these here in KCT block types. We've got a whole bunch of them. We'll get you like a list of them somewhere. I'll show you in a bit. We'll get some documentation for that. We'll get a link to that. So we've got sort of 4x4, and then we're going forward by size. So we're turning block place on, going forward, block place off backwards. Let's see. Right, and then we're going sort of back, left, and then up one. So this is getting us that sort of second layer. Now, in order to run this, we have to actually submit it. So how do we do that? Well, from this menu here, this window, we can do Tools Submit. This brings up BlueJay's Submitter. We click Submit. It's going to prompt us for our username. I am, of course, SpacDog. Plug that in, and this will tell you that it went and uploaded 3 of our programs. It didn't upload these 3 because there's no code in them yet. That's where you're going to plug in some of your own code. So boom, we've gone ahead and uploaded everything. That's fantastic. Now if we were to, kind of jump back in over here, we could do ls, we could list our scripts. So if you add new turtle programs or something like that, the names will go ahead and show up down here. So some other things to think about. What are all the different turtle methods? Well, luckily, we've got a list of them here. So forward, backward, left, right, up, down, turn right, turn left, set block place, which can be true or false, set block type, and then set position to just sort of set the turtle to relative coordinate position. Don't use this method, I think. It hasn't been thoroughly tested. So these are just basic moving the turtle forward, backward. Left and right means move the turtle left or right. It's like strafe left or right. It's not turn. These are turn, which turn by a number of degrees. You can only turn in 45-degree increments. If you try to turn not in a 45-degree increment, it'll round you to the nearest 45. And then block place and off and on, that's kind of what we said. I mean, that's basically pen up and pen down. So these are the functions that you've got access to. Now, a couple other things. It turns out that if you go into your knoxcraft project, so here I am on the file system, and I'm going into knoxcraft. So you would do this with Finder on a Mac, you do this with Windows Explorer, My Computer, or whatever it is under like Windows 10 or something. You go in here, you'll notice you've got this submission.defs, which I can open with, I'm going to open it with Atom, which is my text editor. I guess that puts this up here. There we go. So this is just the telling BlueJay what to upload, what to do. So .transport, these // lines have been commented out. So you can see this has all been pre-configured, except it doesn't know your username, so we get this little thing in here, field : what is your Minecraft username. Now, if you get sick of typing your username in, comment this out, uncomment this back in, change this to your username. I'm, of course, Backdog. Back to BlueJay. Let's do submit. Now, if we click submit, boom, it uploaded everything. I didn't even have to type in my username, and my new code will have been uploaded over here. So that's pretty fantastic. That's a good amount of work there for being able to hard code in the name. Now, other things, these are the main commands: ls to list all your scripts, invoke and then the name of the script to invoke your script, and then undo will remove blocks from your last couple builds. So we could say like invoke cube, boom, and then maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason we want to do another cube, right? So now we've got, these cubes running into each other, and then, I don't know, maybe we want a third cube. So we've got 3 interlocking cubes, but then we're like, wow, that's a mess. I'm not that pleased with that. Let's undo one, undo another, and undo a third one. There we go. The cubes are now gone. And so it's, if you have a particularly cool thing, certainly leave it. But otherwise, try not to clutter, especially the spawn area, with too much junk. Undo your scripts to get rid of them. So other things, you can actually invoke anyone's script. So if you say invoke and then a script name and then the player who owns it, you can just invoke it. This means that if you don't own Minecraft, you can use someone else's Minecraft account when they're logged in to test your script. You can just upload your script, and then anyone's account can run anyone's code. That's how we designed the system, so you wouldn't necessarily have to own Minecraft. Now, you may want to try this out through the web. Right, this is simple, it's kind of limited, and you do need to save your files. It's called knoxcraft, named after a system called voxel.js. So if you sort of plop in here, we've got this code here. Now let's get rid of that, and then we'll jump on in here into BlueJay, and we'll how about this? We'll take all of this code, right, and we'll drop this in here. There we go. Now we'll click compile. That'll compile, and it'll actually also run it. And then watch what happens. See, we're in the Java tab up here, and when this finishes compiling, and it's very slow to compile the first time because it's actually a whole entire Java interpreter, like written in, it's actually written in JavaScript. So it actually runs the bytecode in JavaScript in the web browser. There we go. So now if we pop in here, it went ahead and built it. Look at that. And so we could, like, I don't know, undo the script and redo the script and whatever. Now, the actual Minecraft server, it'll basically build things wherever you are. Like, wherever you're standing is where it'll start. The web-based version doesn't really do that. It just builds it at the origin, which is this little red thing here. So, no matter how many times I run this, like, it's run it a bunch of times, and now I have to undo several times to get rid of everything. That's just kind of, oh, what am I doing? It's kind of a disadvantage. But yeah, this is kind of cool. It's like a sort of a fake Minecraft that runs in the web browser, and it's free. So you can go ahead and definitely use that if you'd like. Now, one thing to keep in mind about this, if you write code you really like, you really need to click download, and it'll prompt you to download it somewhere. And the reason you have to do that is this it's running completely in the cloud. It has no, what we call a back end. It doesn't store stuff anywhere. And you can actually upload code. So if you write your code in BlueJay and compile it and everything works, you can go ahead and then upload that code into Noxel in order to test it if for some reason you don't have access to the Minecraft server, or you and everyone you know, nobody owns Minecraft, you don't want to buy it, it's like $27 or something like that. Maybe you don't want to spend that, so you don't really have to. You can test things in here. This is buggy, but it should work. And then actually I mentioned a list of all of our textures. These are not all of the textures. These are just the textures that Noxel supports. There's many more block types, textures, that will also work in the server, much more than we have here. I should mention one other thing. which is, I think that's everything. Yeah, there we go. One other thing I should mention, you do need to be connected to the VPN, or you need to be on campus to get any of this to work. Not any of this to work, at least to get the Minecraft server to work. Here we go, knoxcraft online, the Noxel, this will actually run anywhere, but the actual Minecraft server, this thing here where you're really logged in with Minecraft, this is only going to work from on campus, so you're going to need to be logged in to one of the machines on campus or on the campus wireless in order to get this to work. It's not going to work otherwise.